Hey guys, I'm Andrew here, and today we'll be going over the best of the non-basic Star Wars aliens. So what do I mean by that, you may be asking? While I also mean not basic in the typical sense, I am mainly referring to alien characters who cannot speak the language basic, the in-universe equivalent of English.
English, motherfucker! Do you speak it?
While I thought about doing the ranking by species, I thought it would be more fun to focus on specific characters. So that is what we're going with in this video.
Fair enough.
Before we dive into the rankings proper, I would like to give an honorable mention to Babu Frick.
Babu Frick? Can you help us with this?
Who, despite appearing on the thumbnail, does technically speak basic, as he speaks a fractured and heavily accented form of it known as Anzalian.
Remember, go black. Black.
While I would like to include this funny little guy, he's probably my favorite character from the sequels, he unfortunately does speak just enough basic to be disqualified from this list. It's okay though, Babu, we'll still use you for screen transitions. Alright, now that that's taken care of, let's dive into the rankings.
Should be amusing.
At number 5, we have Nien Nunb. Everyone's second favorite alien smuggler turned hero co-pilot is kicking off this list with a bang. Nien Nunb is a Celestian smuggler who joined the Rebel Alliance during the Galactic Civil War. Nunb first interacted with the Rebellion shortly after the Rebellion blew up the first Death Star, when he was hired to smuggle Alderaanian refugees off of Sullust without alerting the Empire. He then went on to further help out the rebels and unite the surviving Alderaanians. Eventually, Nunb would officially join the Rebel Alliance fleet, and he famously flew alongside Lando Calrissian in the Battle of Endor. Nunb blew up the second Death Star along with the Emperor himself. However, the Emperor would get his revenge on Nunb, as Nien Nunb was killed by Palpatine's Force Lightning attack during the Battle of Exegol. Nien Nunb may have been unceremoniously killed off in The Rise of Skywalker, but he can take solace in the fact that he made the list, as he takes a number 5 spot for the non-basic speaking aliens. Nunb speaks Solastese, which was primarily derived from the Tanzanian language Haya, as his species do not have the vocal structures to produce the sounds of basic, though they can comprehend it. Nien Nunb is a great little side character, but there are 4 more non-basic aliens whose inclusion I found more iconic to the Star Wars universe.
Fair enough.
At number 4 we have Mok Shaiz.
Who is this who enters unannounced?
The most prominently depicted Ithorian in Star Wars was Mok Shaiz, the mayor of Mos Espa, who was a secondary antagonist in the Book of Boba Fett. In that show, the Pikes were planning to take over Tatooine in order to expand their galactic spice trade operation. Part of their plan to do so involved paying off Mayor Mok Shaiz and the Dons of the Trandoshans, the Aqualish, and the Klatooinian crime families. Boba Fett was betrayed by all these people, so Fennec Shand took revenge on Boba's behalf by killing the backstabbing Dons and the corrupt mayor. While Mok Shaiz had the misfortune to appear in the Book of Boba Fett,
like a panther. Yes?
but in doing so, Mok got to expose the wider Star Wars audience to a species that is often relegated to the background. Which is a shame because I think Ithorians are one of the coolest species in Star Wars and would love to see more of them. While Ithorians are perfectly capable of understanding Basic, they cannot naturally speak it without the aid of a translation device, due to their unique bodily autonomy consisting of twin mouths and 4 throats, which are not suited for producing the sounds required to form basic words. Their native tongue is the language of Ithorese, also referred to as Ithorian. Their language has a stereophonic quality to it due to their unique vocal anatomy. This language is created in our world by recording a human voice, often the voice of Ben Burtt himself, who is primarily responsible for creating the languages of the many aliens within the Star Wars galaxy, and then after altering it with sound effects, playing that recorded voice backwards.
Now, this is epic.
The species of Ithorians are iconic due to their hammerhead aesthetics, which quickly set them apart from the vast majority of Star Wars aliens, and makes them instantly recognizable in crowds. And while Mok Shaiz may not be many people's favorite Star Wars character, he does deserve credit for being incredibly stylish as well as being far from basic in design.
Oh, okay, I see what you did there.
Mok Shaiz takes the number 4 spot for putting the iconic Ithorian species in the spotlight, which leaves only 3 more non-basic aliens on this list to go.
That sounds about right.
At number 3 we have Pogo the Lesser. As one of the secondary antagonists of Attack of the Clones, as well as the initial architect behind the Death Star, Pogo the Lesser has made quite the impact on the Star Wars universe, despite his limited screen time. Archduke Pogo the Lesser was a high-ranking separatist who was the puppet leader of the Geonosians. Though ultimately subservient to Queen Katrina, he was nominally in control of the Stalgzin Hive, the main Geonosian hive which controlled all of the other hives across the planet. Pogo the Lesser got his name from being born into a lower caste. Due to being secretly funded by Darth Sidious, Pogo was able to overthrow the then Archduke Hadis the Vaulted. Even after killing Hadis, whose bones he used to forge his iconic staff, and assuming the powers of the Archduke, his moniker, the Lesser, remained. Pogo the Lesser would meet his demise on the orders of the same person who helped him rise to power in the first place, as Darth Sidious commanded Darth Vader to kill him and the other remaining separatist leaders gathered at Mustafar. Pogo the Lesser can take pride in knowing that he's the only prequel character who made it onto this list, as he takes the number 3 spot for non-basic speaking aliens. Pogo the Lesser speaks Geonosian, a language consisting of clicks and clacks, which was created by mixing together the sounds of penguins mating and fruit bats fighting. Pogo the Lesser is a great supporting antagonist, but there are still 2 more iconic non-basic aliens within the Star Wars universe.
Fair enough.
At number 2 we have Salacious B. Crumb. This malicious little creature is Jabba the Hutt's cackling court jester. Despite his rather limited screen time, Salacious B. Crumb has made quite the impression on Star Wars fans with his iconic shrill, cackling laughter. Many crime lords keep Kowakian monkey lizards as a pet, so Jabba the Hutt is not an outlier in this regard. Salacious B. Crumb was a stowaway on one of Jabba's ships and was found and captured by Jabba's reliable chief of staff, Bib Fortuna. Jabba struck a deal with the semi-sentient monkey lizard. If Crumb could make Jabba laugh once a day, he could eat and drink as much as he wants, but failure to do so would result in his death.
This is a symbol for you slicing his throat.
Salacious B. Crumb never failed to make Jabba laugh, and would die due to factors outside of the deal, as he was thrown into the Sarlacc pit during the chaos of the Han Solo rescue and Return of the Jedi. Kowakian monkey lizards, while expert mimics, cannot speak basic in the traditional sense and are only capable of imitating the sounds they have already heard. Think like how a parrot can imitate human speech, Kowakian monkey lizards, like parrots, can have a limited understanding of the consequences of their speech. However, unlike fully sentient creatures, cannot fully comprehend the complexities of the language and would struggle to string together sentences in a coherent manner. However, monkey lizards are capable of understanding language on a deeper level than parrots, so their true level of sentience is a nebulous gray area. Monkey lizards like Salacious B. Crumb are seemingly only capable of expertly mimicking languages such as basic rather than truly being able to speak it, because speaking requires a greater cognitive ability than these Kowakians are apparently capable of. However, they do have their own form of communication with other members of their species, suggesting that they may be closer to fully sentient than the denizens of the Star Wars galaxy are willing to admit. Salacious B. Crumb and his instantly recognizable laugh may have only made the list due to semantics, but since he has been deemed eligible, he will fully take advantage of the opportunity and take the number 2 spot on the list.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
And at number 1, we have Chewbacca. We kicked off this list with a Millennium Falcon co-pilot, so it's fitting that we finished the list with one. Chewie is the mascot of non-basic speaking aliens.
They love me.
But it is true that there was never much of a competition, due to Chewbacca being the only one of the non-speaking aliens that actually gets a significant amount of time to shine in the limelight.
It's a new day. It's your time to shine. It's time to take your career into your own hands.
Chewbacca was Han Solo's partner in crime and was a very valuable asset to Han as he was his co-pilot, mechanic, and muscle.
Most impressive.
Chewbacca is also quite the warrior, having fought in the Clone Wars, Galactic Civil War, the Cold War, and the First Order Resistance War.
War. War never changes.
Chewbacca, like most Wookiees, hails from the planet Kashyyyk. Chewie was born during the High Republic era, and like the rest of the aliens on this list, is still alive in the current era of the Disney Star Wars timeline. Chewbacca has really seen it all thanks to his species' longevity, as he's appeared in the Clone Wars show alongside Ahsoka, Episode 3 alongside Yoda, the Solo film alongside Han, the original trilogy alongside the core heroes of the franchise, as well as the sequels, with the next generation of heroes who weren't quite as memorable as their predecessors, to say the least.
He's out of line, but he's right.
Chewbacca's weapon of choice is the bowcaster, but he's not afraid to get his hands dirty. Chewbacca is perfectly capable of understanding Basic, but Wookiees are physically incapable of speaking it, due to their bodily anatomy. But unlike the Ithorians, who regularly use translation devices, Wookiees typically forego them, preferring to rely on people or droids who understand the Wookiee language to translate on their behalf. Wookiees speak the language Shuriwook, also known as Wookiee Speak. Chewbacca takes the gold on this list, as he is easily the most iconic non-basic speaking alien in all Star Wars.
This is for you.
This list was extremely difficult to make, as some of the alien characters I originally planned on including, such as Greedo, Jabba the Hutt, and even Wicket W. Warwick, are all apparently capable of speaking Basic, but just prefer to talk in their native languages. If I found out Chewbacca could actually speak Basic in some obscure comic, I would actually lose it, as these writers treat non-basic speaking aliens as a disease that needs to be treated immediately. Like, why make the Ewoks speak Basic? Was it really necessary?
Yes. I mean, no.
But despite the initial frustrations involved in making this video, I am rather pleased with how it turned out.
A fine addition to my collection.
So what do you make of this list? Let me know down below in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. If you're interested in seeing more videos like this, subscribe so you can stay up to date on all my latest content. This is Iron Mandrill, signing off. Hope you have yourselves a spectacular day. Ciao.